Hi, I'm Christine Cushing, and welcome to another helping of My Favorite Foods. I think everybody needs a killer barbecue sauce recipe in their culinary back pocket. My favorite is a little spicy, a bit tangy, a bit smoky, with a touch of sweetness and a little espresso. What? I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. Let's get ready for my espresso barbecue sauce. So I'm starting my small pot. Step one, the fresh chopped onions. While those onions start to give off some of their sweetness, we can talk about the rest of the ingredients. And by the way, that's the whole reason that I use the fresh onion. So yes, the onion powder really only has one ingredient, it's onion, but they dehydrate the onion and then they turn them into a powder. So the flavor is gonna be different. I'm gonna crush a couple of garlic cloves. Those are gonna go in later. I mean, a barbecue sauce is so important in the culinary repertoire, especially, with barbecue season, huge. But I find that mass-produced barbecue sauces are essentially just been turned into like a sugar factory. Sugar is the #1 ingredient, and it's all kinds of different forms of sugar. For me, I don't know, I just don't think that that's what I want to be eating. Corn syrup, who knows what's in there. Because that's super cheap, right? That's the cheapest ingredient you can use. Plus, making your own barbecue sauce, you get to really craft it the way you want. How much tang, how much smoke, how much spice. That's the amazing thing about it. So speaking of all those elements, I'm going to tell you what my choice of chili is. I'm going with the chipotle. I love the chipotle because the chipotle basically gives you smoke and heat at the same time. That's just a jalapeno that has been smoked and dried. I just rehydrated it in a little bit of water, hot water, just so it's soft. And you want to be careful because the chipotle is actually, although it's a jalapeno, it's a little bit spicier because they actually leave them on the vine longer, so they're more ripe. The riper they are, the hotter they are. You might be asking yourself, what is she doing? What's she talking about? Espresso in a barbecue sauce. Espresso is phenomenal in a barbecue sauce because the actual coffee has a lot of the similar notes tasting wise that you want in a barbecue sauce. There's spices, things like vanilla, cinnamon, chocolate notes, caramel. Doesn't that sound like it's something you want to put in a barbecue sauce? So I've been developing this recipe for quite a few years and I absolutely love it. I change it up here and there, but this is my favorite way of making it. Once my onions get soft, past the translucent stage, we just add all the other ingredients with the exception of the coffee. That's going to go in after. Ketchup. My tang is apple cider vinegar. I love the acidity level of apple cider vinegar. It really is going to give us a nice underpinning, but it's not super harsh. I already added some sweetness. Remember, the onions are sweet. There's sugar in the ketchup. I'm going to add just this amount of brown sugar. Don't fret, the full recipe is going to be below the description. I like the brown sugar because it does add that caramel note, that molasses note. Speaking of molasses, let's throw a little molasses in there, shall we? Worcester. I'm obsessed with Worcester, what can I say? That's really, again, kicking up umami, bringing everything together, and waking up all the other flavors just a little bit. The garlic I add now that all the other ingredients are in. I just crushed it and I want to have it go in there and simmer because this way it'll be sweeter than if I finally mince it. It'll actually have a much stronger flavor then. Now for the chipotle. I'm going with about 3/4 of one. If you like the smoke but you don't want as much heat, you can just take out these babies. That's where the crazy heat is. It's not super hot. It's not like one of these nutty chilies, but you can add less, you can always add more, you can't take it out. So I'm going in with the whole. I'm gonna season with a little bit of salt. And I always love to add some prepared mustard. I would say not Dijon variety because Dijon's quite strong, but mustard has some acidity as well. I talked about this being a little smoky, so we have smoky elements, a little tang, a little sweetness. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. So this is going to evaporate, so I'm anticipating that. It's just to really give it some room to start cooking, because this is all about these flavors coming together. Because no two chilies are alike, even no two chilies that are the same type are alike, it's always great to taste. Oh. That one's hotter than I thought. Wow! Why is that so hot? That is really hot. And the dry in it, it's, I didn't expect it to be so hot. What? Okay, it's all good. Is there fire coming out of there? Okay, this is simmering now. The reason I wanted to do that is to show you, you want to know what level of heat you're adding. That's a fair bit of heat there. So it's coming now to a simmer. I'm going to cover it and we're going to check on it in a half an hour or so. Okay, 40 minutes later, are you ready to go to the bubble cam? Wow. All of those flavors, the sweet, the spicy, the smoky, the tangy, I can smell it all. It's ridiculous. And guess what? I haven't added the espresso yet. So there's a very good reason why the espresso hasn't been added, because I don't want to kill the beautiful flavors of that. Now, I over thicken it just slightly because I'm anticipating that the espresso is going to loosen it a bit. All right, espresso's going in now. I'm just gonna blitz this baby up. Wow, now the coffee's mixed in. This is insane. Forget about me dropping stuff. I'm just hypnotized by this. I think I just came up with a new business. Espressos and barbecue. Whoa. So I'm going to put it into a mason jar. Look at that texture and color. Now we have this amazing barbecue sauce, which I'm going to taste. Oh, that is crazy. All of those great things. The tang is coming up, the sweetness, the smoke. And you know what? It's just the right amount of chili in there. There's a kick. Oh, that is good. How can we bring this baby to market? That is good. And it's gonna change as it sits and cools down. So this is the thing. This kind of a barbecue sauce, for me, I'm anticipating that you're gonna have some kind of a dry spice rub on whatever. It's great all purpose. It's beautiful on ribs. Did I mention I have a great barbecue rib video with a dry spice, and then you can use this either as dipping and then brushing on top. Thank you for joining me on another helping of My Favorite Foods. Please subscribe, share your thoughts with me. Let me know how you love this barbecue sauce. Are you using powdered onions or real onions? I really need to know. Thank you. See you next time. See you on the barbecue to use this amazing barbecue sauce.